When I see comics in shorts, it drives me crazy.
It drives me crazy.
Or a baseball cap.
Thank you. I'm bald, and I'm bald like a man. I just show it off.
Yeah. That's why people drink alcohol, is because then it allows them to
Not be a chicken shit and ask a girl out.
Yes, exactly.
Every kiss I have on My Boys, if you go back on the rewatch and look, genuine fear on my face. Especially when you're kissing a...
Welcome to episode number 2 of our podcast, Who Needs? It's a My Boys Rewatch podcast, and we're going to do episode 2, which is weird how they line up, right? The episode of the show.
They go in numerical order.
But we're doing number 2, and this is number 2.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy. I am Jamie Kaler. I played Mike Callahan. I'm joined, as always, by...
I'm Michael Bunin. I played Kenny Moratori.
Yeah. Hey, Moratori!
Yeah, and take it easy.
And episode 2 is called Mixed Signals, and we will get into that and everything. But how are you, Mike? It's early January. My kids are haven't gone back to school yet, so I'm not in a great place.
So they're still just kind of running the house, then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and I tried, like, for the first day or two, I was like, come on, let's do some stuff. Let's stay off the iPads. And now it's been like a week of, like, just, here's your iPad. It's so funny, too, because watching the show, I didn't have kids yet.
Right.
And I date a girl named Kate.
That's right.
Who I then marry a girl named Kate. So it's the whole thing was like a harbinger of doom. It was so, it was, you know, that tip in the opening credits when you're like, they just show like a knife and you go, oh, that doesn't have anything to do with anything. In the end, you're like, oh no, the knife was everything.
Yep. Turns out the knife actually stabs everybody in the story.
I just remember watching it going, it was funny too, because we talk about the fact that we don't, it's like, because we just watched it together and it was like, it doesn't look like, I don't remember anything about the day for the most part. It's just all a blur of like, is that me?
I look and all I think to myself is, compared to now, back then I had hair and back then I was bald.
That's, yeah. A little bit.
It's funny, in this episode, Calais Stewart, who plays Stephanie, she's talking about this new thing. She's dating online, Match, and she wants to go home and check her emails to see if anybody has matched with her, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
It is. But my question to you is, I mean, has life changed? Like, you don't have a wife and kids.
Right.
So, I mean, you have a dog, I guess. You didn't have a dog then.
I didn't have a dog then.
No, Sally's the love of your life. Come on, man. You haven't seen Mike's Instagram with it's basically his dog's Instagram. Sally.
My dog.
I know, you know. And when the dog goes, we're sending you with the dog.
That's the plan. Yeah.
Like the dog is a pharaoh and you are one of his servants.
Some sort of ancient burial where, we're buried together. Yeah.
You're buried alive, by the way.
Yes. No.
With the dog.
Wait, no, I don't want
No, you'll be buried alive. No, because it'll give you those last few fleeting moments in the dark as the air slowly runs out.
You know what I don't need? Any more fleeting moments in the dark.
I'd used up all my fleeting moments in the dark. My wife and children. But it's so funny to watch, like, you know, we're hanging out in the bar, we play poker.
Yeah.
Like the whole show, it's so crazy to me.
And then the truth is, like Friday nights, we weren't leaving Paramount Studios until very late because we were in the bar drinking and playing games.
Which is weird too, because there's games, like actual physical games. Yeah. And we'll get into it.
I would say Crowley's based on Guthrie's in Chicago. Big shelf of games. We actually, I think we copied the floor pretty much as close as we could to the actual bar floor.
And then you would walk in and grab Battleship. I took my kids to it was like a coffee shop or something. I think it was a boba tea shop. There's a boba tea shop. Actually, it's near
cute. It's right by me.
It's a QT Boba, right near where you live.
Yes, exactly.
And there's games in there.
Yeah.
And so my kids are always like, give me boba. And then the first time I got them boba, she couldn't sleep at night. I was like, what? Did you have caffeine today? And then I thought about it. I was like, oh, it's boba tea.
Yeah.
Like she had a black tea.
Yeah.
At like 6 o'clock at night. She had 3 a.m, was shaking.
She did 4 rails of cocaine.
She did. Basically, boba tea is this generation's cocaine.
Yeah. Yes.
For sure. But they had games in there, and I was talking to my kids about it, and I said, back in the day, people used to go to bars, and even the show I worked on, and they were like, why would anyone sit and play a game at a bar? They had no I go, but why wouldn't you be on your phone? And by the way, the guy who's sharing himself playing that game is making a really good living.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, when I was 9, I never thought to myself, one day I'm going to grow up and play Monopoly for a living. But that's what we're doing. We watch people play games and they make money doing it. I'm in the wrong business.
Well, I would argue, so there's some tech bros who are playing Monopoly and they are crushing it as we speak.
Yeah. The rest of us are stuck with ball.
It's a board game. Yeah, exactly. All I'm doing is going around in circles, trying not to get arrested and paying rent.
I keep going to jail and then I'm back out. That's it, man.
I got no get out of jail free cards.
Nothing.
Dude, every morning I open my emails and there's like 20 hey, just Jane, want to let you know another Apple bill came through. It was only $2.99 this time. It was for that app. Oh, you have the news app too. That's $25.99. Oh, and the music that you have too that's for $8.99.
Yeah.
At the end of the month, I'm like, how much did I give Apple?
If everything's only $1.99, it still adds up to a lot when you add everything.
Really? And I'm good. Did I even use that? My wife has a repost for Instagram.
Get rid of it.
I told her, I go, you can just you can share it to your story.
Yeah.
And she goes, and she doesn't even have like a public. She's not trying to be an influencer.
Oh, okay. So
she doesn't have a public, it's a private profile.
She's using it like you were supposed to for friends.
Yes. But then she buys Repost, which is $3.95 a week. So she's paying $16 a month times 12 is 160 plus 32 is 190. She's paying $192 a year to repost other people's Instagram posts.
You buy me 2 Chicago dogs a month and I'll take care of this for her.
Wow, that might be a good segue to get into this because we meet some new characters and we talk about what's the famous Billy Goat Tavern.
The Billy Goat?
Billy Goat Tavern. If you're a Chicago fan, this is the episode that the Billy Goat starts to pop
If
after.
you're an old SNL fan, you remember John Belushi and those guys yelling,
Cheeseburger.
no Coke, back.
No Coke. That's
That's
no
the
Coke.
Billy Goat.
That's the Billy Goat Tavern.
That's really good.
And I have been in there. And I remember I'd heard so much about it. And then when I went in, I was like, oh, this is it.
This is the Billy Goat.
This is the Billy Goat.
I find that to be like most, the oldest bar and whatever. You go in and you're like, yeah, it looks
What's
really
the one
old.
in New York? Is it McSorley's?
McSorley's, which I still love, but you go in there, you sit down, you get crammed at a table with a bunch of people you don't know, and then they give you saltines and some form of cheese and onions and their homemade beer. And it's heaven.
Is it?
It's the heaven I can imagine.
Yesterday, my kids had 2 play dates. And so my wife and I just went and sat at a local bar that has great food that we like. And we just sat at the bar and had food. And we were both like, I haven't done this in a long time. And there was a romanticism to that kind of lifestyle that I still like. I can go in and sit at a bar by myself and
100%.
eat and just hang out.
And
I'll meet 20 people.
So Fridays after My Boys, we're going home with 2 scripts. We've got a table read on Monday for the script we're shooting following, and then we have our shooting script. I would leave Friday nights. Now, I didn't want to be the cliche actress, so sometimes I'd put it in a folder or a magazine, but I would sit at the bar
And read it.
and read my script and have dinner at the bar by myself, and I was in heaven.
That's like the Bob Crane movie with Greg Kinnear, where he goes to the bar and he talks to the bartender. He goes, hey, can you put Hogan's Heroes on up there? And then it's on, and some girl comes up and is like, aren't you Bob Crane? He goes, what? Don't put that on. Did you put that? What's your name, sweetheart? Do you want to go get some drinks?
Here's every time that I was on TV at a bar, this is what happened. I'd look up, I'd see myself on TV, and I go, I just go back to my magazine.
I told you that friend story when I was on at the bar and the guy, I was bartending, working.
Yeah.
Like buried deep trying to make money. And the guy went to order and he looked up at the TV over my head. He goes, hey, you're on Friends. And I look up over my shoulder. I go, I am on Friends. And he goes, oh, dude, that's cool. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, can I get a vodka tonic, 2 beers, a gin's fizz? And I was like, welcome back to reality.
That is the absolute truth.
But it was, listen,
One time, this is a name drop story, right?
Okay.
One time, I'm playing in a poker game, and the TV behind me, an advertisement for My Boys apparently comes on, and Don Cheadle is sitting across from me, who is always going to be the best actor in any room you're in.
pretty much.
And he looks at me and he goes, hey man, there you are. I turn around, Sorry, My Boys. I turned back very calmly and said, oh, yeah, cool. And I ran outside and called everybody I knew for the next hour and told them that Don Cheadle just pointed me out on TV. And that's not a lie. That is not.
But if that's in a movie, he goes, hey, man, that's you. And you turn, you go, that is me. Ollie. And you just slide all your chips into the center.
Okay, so 20 minutes later, he bad beat me in the hand for 600.
That's, of course, how the story really is.
That's how it ended.
I still owe Don Cheadle $2,000.
He actually said to me, he goes, sorry, Mike, because it was such a long shot to hit. And I go, Don, it's your money, man. You got to bet it.
But you knew it was a bad play on his.
It's terrible play.
It's good.
You let him 2% out. You hit it.
Bad beat.
I don't care if he did just point me out on TV.
It's the Cheadle money.
600. I had My Boys money.
Cheadle money. Those guys can stick around. They don't care.
No.
It's worth a gamble to them.
Super nice.
When you play in poker games, I won't say other names, but there are people who have filthy money.
Yeah.
And so when you're like, a guy's like, should I see him? He's like, yeah, I have $1 jillion. Let's take a look at what you got, Chief.
Sometimes you get a player in the game that, is just, you just know they're a calling station.
They're a calling station.
You just stay away from them. They got forever funds and they're just going to call.
Speaking of which, in our decoration, that is you in the World Series of Poker.
That is me in the World Series.
This is your camera over your shoulder.
Yes.
World Series of Poker with your UNLV.
Yeah. That is not my Lipton drink. It always bothers me that it's in the picture. It almost looks like that's my drink in the picture. And I just want to say I'm not drinking that drink.
All right, let's get to it. Who Needs episode number 2. It's called Mixed Signals. It was written by Betsy Thomas, who is the creator of the show, who also wrote the pilot and made the show with our pal Jamie Tarsis.
Who we hope to have in here as well.
Betsy actually will be coming in. I didn't want to say who's coming, but yes, Betsy's coming this week. Barnett Kellman directed it. And here's what's kind of crazy about the episode is that if you know the business, you shoot a pilot, then you would leave and you wait to hear if it's going to get picked up. So there's no other episodes written.
Nothing.
Just a pilot.
Not even a staff of writers yet.
Not even a staff of writers. And then the network goes, you know what? Here's some money. Go make a show. And you go, oh, okay. And then Betsy had to get a whole group of writers together and then write. And she had written this episode. I'm sure she kind of knew where she was going. But it's interesting to see because we all hadn't been together for, I don't know, was it 6 months or something?
Yeah, months.
Yeah. And all of us were like, see you later.
See you later.
We're not sure if we're ever going to see each other.
Not sure.
Again.
Exactly.
And then we get the call. Show got picked up. And we go, oh, what? What? Wait, do I still have to bartend this weekend?
Exactly.
And he's like, and so I remember I kept my shifts for the first 2 years.
Yes.
I just got them covered when we shot.
I was lucky enough to be doing well with commercials at the time. So I was not, didn't have the square job at the moment. So really thought I was going places.
Well, I had the commercials too, but the bartending job was really just a meet.
You've always been more responsible.
Yes, that's true. I had 2 shifts a week at O'Brien's, and I would make a gob of cash, meet women, and drink extensively.
And do stand-up.
And those days are long over.
Yes.
Yes.
You still do stand-up.
Yes, I still do stand-up, and I still, do other stuff. Anyway, all right, so episode 2. We still have a voiceover, Mike.
Mm-hmm. We do, which is interesting because universally, very quickly, Betsy, I think, was phasing us out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could tell immediately, you're like, oh, I've painted myself into a corner on the pilot. But the truth is the pilot was a reciprocal show to Sex and the City.
Yep.
And so that was the template used. And all of a sudden by episode 2, you're like, uh-oh. It felt like, honestly, to me, that the writing of that was much harder than writing the show because it has to be this witty, monologue-y type of thing as opposed to just conversation.
And without trying to say exactly what you just saw or what's coming up.
Yeah.
No, it's funny you put it that way. It was reciprocal. So once we start to lose the voiceovers when we really become our own show.
I thought the same thing. And it's so funny, too, because the show's called Mixed Signals. And the lines are like, one missed sign can cost you the game.
That's right.
And sometimes a signal isn't a signal at all. It's just a guy scratching his nose. It's got that kind of vibe.
Yep.
And it's even like, it's funny watching it because there was a scene like where Kyle says something and then Jordana just kind of looks at him and then they threw the voiceover over it of like, why did I say this? It was like a Gaffigan
yes, it was.
stand-up bit. It has that throwaway.
Why would he say something?
Gaffigan's in it. Kyle, Howard, Reed Scott is still just so good. But one of our oldest friends this was his big episode.
Couple actually, two.
This is his first one.
The first one for you got Pat Finn and Michael Coleman in there, two legendary Chicago actors, Chicago improvisers, who, when you watch them together, it's clear that they spent so much time on stage.
Yeah, Beer Shark Mice and Pat Finn.
Pat Finn, incredible actor. We unfortunately lost Pat Finn
Just recently.
A
couple of weeks.
Yeah. I made a post about it online, but Pat, I met Pat in 98, 99 doing a commercial for EA Sports, NHL or whatever. And just right away, he's such a good guy.
He's the nicest
such
person.
A talented improviser that I knew I was going to be looking up to him for a very long time and still do. I really do. I never saw him make a selfish move as an actor. I never saw him make a selfish decision as a person. Just a great guy.
Never a mean word. He's, if you don't know him, Google him. He's Joe Mayo.
Yes, Joe Mayo on Seinfeld.
Jerry, could you watch the coat?
Exactly.
And then it was on the middle.
Yes.
He plays the next door neighbor for a ton of episodes. And then he did nothing but work for 30 years because I know that for a fact because I auditioned against him for 30 years because we are definitely in the same category
Can I tell you
of
something?
redheaded Irish guys.
I was going to say, we all lost roles to this guy. And one time I'm at a commercial callback, maybe 2001. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, where's Pat Finn? This is all Pat Finn. So I go in and I do my impersonation of Pat Finn. And I booked it.
That's funny. He was probably conflicted out. He probably had something else.
Exactly. I called and told him, I said, thanks, man. I just did you and got a job.
And he and Mike Coleman play the other sports writers. It's funny. They have to establish. So all of a sudden they're like, well, we've made her a sports writer.
Exactly.
We got to get in the Cubs locker room. And so they go to the Cubs locker room and the baseball players are extras and they don't look like baseball players.
Mike Coleman and Pat Finn are bigger than all of the
Chicago Cubs.
fake professional athletes that we have. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty funny.
That show made me feel like I could have played professional baseball.
Yeah. Which for a while, but we'll get there's later episodes where we actually play with professional baseball players, and then we go,
We can never.
I can't wait to get to that.
Exactly.
That's so good.
You'll have to win.
But we are doing a hard little breakdown of all these episodes, so I hope you guys are watching along. It's episode 2. Kyle, aka Bobby, by Sir Craig Biggio, which is such a weird pull. Like it's so specific.
It is
about Houston.
It is. It really is. But it's also. But Biggio in 2006 was.
MVP. Probably.
He blinked and the ball went out of the park.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that was one of the few names they could clear through legal.
Oh, interesting. I didn't think I would.
Do you remember that?
Part. Yeah.
All the names on all the Cubs jerseys had to be cleared through legal.
Yeah, just so if you don't, you probably know this because there's a lot of stuff about what goes on in TV and production. But yeah, we have to clear all these names.
They were all the writers. That was right. Gilliland. All the names of the writers.
Really? Yeah, everybody. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? That's like the character I play on Tacoma FD, Polanski. I wanted to change the name to Polanski because it was my wife's maiden name.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, we have a writer named Polanski.
Yeah.
And it was a running gag. And so I had her name. That's Polanski.
On NYPD Blue, Dennis Franz's girlfriend her name is something Bunin. And I think that was what Matt Olmstead gave me instead of a role.
We'll talk about that. We'll get to Crowley's.
Exactly.
Our buddy is John Crowley. Yeah. He's like, did you name the bar in the show after me? And then finally he got a part or two. But
he got a part or two, but he doesn't play Crowley.
He doesn't play Crowley.
Should I say who plays or should we wait till we get to the end?
No, Joe
Murray plays
Joe
Crowley.
Murray.
We always love
Murray's little brother.
We're freaking Joel Murray to play John Crowley.
Men. I just saw him in Mad Men the other day. I'm rewatching Mad Men. Joel's a great guy. Hey, do your Joel.
Hey, human. Come by My Boys. Guess I'm playing Crowley.
So smart.
He and I were at a party years ago and he's like, yeah, I can't smoke that new marijuana. Too strong.
He kind of sounds like Yogi the Bear.
A little bit.
Boo, boo.
He's just always, anything he says is very relaxed.
Yeah.
Like they gave him, like, you want to talk about a weird poll. Who's the reliever? He said, like, Schmarja is the player. Like, I think he's like, yeah, we got to win today. Schmarja. Weird one. Was this like, well, like you gave him Smarja?
I remember Smarja.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, of course.
He was a Notre Dame kid, I think.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think he played football too. Yeah, boy, we went off on a tangent. We get to the Craig Biggio ball. So obviously, here's the deal. To set up a show, you have to have the main girl and the boy almost sleep together.
Right.
But they can't.
Right.
Because that creates the sexual tension that will then
Cheers model.
Cheers model, which, I mean, it's every
Yes.
show of all time.
Yes.
I
just picked a great one.
Yeah, it's really, really a good one. But I don't even remember what happens in their relationship down the road. I talked to, by the way, Kyle is coming in this week as well. For I believe the episode tomorrow.
Yes.
And he goes, dude, I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
He told me, I go, well, I don't remember anything. He goes, no, I'm worse. I go, nobody's worse than me. And he goes, I don't remember anything.
He is worse.
He is worse.
I can tell you he is worse.
He told me that. He told me some stories. I go, did you really not remember? He goes, I don't remember anything about that.
Yeah, he really does. I don't know why, because he's the nicest human being maybe you'll ever meet.
He didn't drink half as much as we did.
No, he didn't.
No.
He's responsible.
I think he's just Kyle. He's off on his own. He's the surf dude from Orange County.
He's
the movie.
He's stuck in a tube somewhere 24/7.
He is. Here's the other thing: is PJ is she's kind of a jerk to him, but she's in a man's job, right?
Yeah,
that's kind of the premise.
He brings the ball in front of Pat and Mike Coleman, and it's a little,
She's trying to keep her place.
Exactly.
But it's funny too because I was thinking about the fact that she's a sportscaster, and it's a big deal nowadays. I would argue a good hunk of she would have to be on camera.
Yes.
Like, I don't know if you'd be a beat writer. There aren't even beat writers anymore.
Well,
you would be online.
I was going to say, you'd be doing your own social media posts from, at the park today, the game, saw Bowl, check it out in my article later. Yeah, you'd be doing all that kind of, that's exactly right. She would be a notable personality if she was.
Her lips would be way fuller and her cheekbones would pop a little bit more, I feel like.
Yeah.
They look different.
Yes.
Now, 19 years. That's
19 years.
It's like, like the Rubenesque era of paintings. And you're like, man, they really liked heavy women back then. And then you get to the 60s and Twiggy takes over.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show you how quickly, like our features are part of fashion.
Oh, by the way, we went from bountiful to anorexic in that generation all the way to Twiggy, basically. I mean, that's the truth.
True. And now it's kind of gone bad.
Weirdly enough, I think it's at a better place where people are a little more allowed to just be whatever their natural body type is.
Yeah.
But not in Hollywood. I'm just talking about regular.
Now, still skinny looks way better on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, do yourself a favor. Do not go watch this on YouTube for sure, because we look terrible. I get a voice for radio.
To your point, Mike Coleman, the actor, one of the guest stars on there, Mike was on the cusp every year of booking a major role in a pilot, and most of the time, because he's a former fullback from a college football player. And most of the time, he just looks physically too big to whoever they were trying to cast him opposite of. And that hurts him. It's amazing. I would watch him try to trim down. I'd be like, Mike, it's crazy.
Go the other way.
Exactly.
You got to go be the fat guy.
Exactly.
The fat guy works.
Look, I've made this joke many times, but there's truth to it. I could care less. I make jokes about my hairline all the time, but I'd be like, it's a fact of life. I could care less. If I was to be able to have a pill with no side effects to give me a full head of hair, I don't know if I'd ever work as an actor again.
No, but you would, well, that's not true. That's not true. I don't think so.
What am I going to do? I'm going to be a leading man all of a sudden?
Let's not push okay. That's it. Like, come on. I mean, you could be easily, 10 or 11 on the call sheet.
I was once that.
No, listen. Just to be in a call sheet.
Exactly.
Just to have your name on a call sheet now is like a victory.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
Oh, here's the big thing. He goes, then it jumps to you and Gaffigan, and you go, you're texting now, like the kids.
Yes, that's exactly right.
That was the joke. You're texting now.
Like the kids.
Like the kids. like nobody texted then, except for the kids.
All I do is text.
That's all we do.
That's all we do. Don't call me. Text me. I'm curious. I wonder, for people who watch the show, if those jokes, if they go back and watch them now, if those jokes read as weird as they do to me, like, the texting.
I think they read, it's like watching Little House on the Prairie and going, man, so Christmas, you only get one toy. It was a train whittled from wood.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
And if the wheel was crooked, the wheel
was crooked. The wheel didn't move anyway. It didn't rotate. No, it's too hard to whittle that. I think people who love the show will look back and it will remind them of a simpler time of like where are we going for drinks tonight?
Right. Friends getting together.
The thing about the texting thing, it just reminded me that everyone's always reachable.
Yeah.
Like, I think back in those days, that was right at the beginning of like, dude, I'm home. Don't call me.
Right.
I'll talk to you tomorrow. But
Right.
everyone was like, dude, I sent you a text. You didn't respond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you be if you were at home and your cell phone rang, you'd be like, why just call me at home?
Yeah. I remember when I got rid of my landline, it was a big deal. Like, I was still like, don't I need this?
I think we still do. I'm going to be honest with you. I think we still do.
Do you have one?
I was supposed to, but they didn't put it in.
What does that even mean?
I asked
We're
them,
not doing it, Mike. We know you want a phone, but we've decided you don't deserve one.
look, can I curse on this show? Everything's an issue.
I mean,
Everything's
it's an issue. No, don't curse.
I'm not going to curse. I'm not
Let's
going
not
to curse.
curse.
I'm not going to curse.
Well, we know what you're thinking.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Can I just chime in? First of all, what kind of phone was Jim holding?
Oh, that was so it was me and Nicole
It
Sullivan.
looked like
had
something
that
from
phone.
Star Trek from the 60s.
It was
or the place for my first phone.
By the way,
you pulled the stylus out.
there was one of people.
Stylus.
If you haven't seen the first episode, Victor Nelly,
Yes.
our producer,
Hey,
our friend, and one of the directors from the show. And we'll get to his episode soon enough. But yes, Victor, we all watched the show together, and it looked like a weird black box.
It did. It did.
You're fine. I just love that Calais also was like, I have to go home and check my emails.
Yes. Yes. What?
Oh, I didn't even think about
That's
it.
right.
You're right. She couldn't check him on the phone.
Oh, she had to go home to see if anybody.
I remember getting a BlackBerry, and that was a huge.
We all got them at the time on the set.
Right.
We were in Chicago when we all had.
I had a little holster of like hilt. I stuck it into my belt holster.
What was the name of that phone? I had it. It had a little stylus that pulled out.
Pilot. I think it was like the Pilot,
Yeah,
Palm Pilot.
Palm Pilot.
Yeah, it might have been.
Tarsus had it. She had like
Tarsus
4 phones. She owned 2 Blackberries, a Palm Pilot. It was a Palm Pilot. I think you're right.
Tarsus yelled at me. That's why I got a BlackBerry.
She honestly, she probably invested in the company of BlackBerry because she made us all get Blackberries.
She did. She did.
Pretty
That's really
much.
smart.
That's funny.
So cut to the kitchen for a second here. Let's talk about the character of Bobby, because I like the character of Bobby is interesting to me. When I go back and look, he's the most enlightened of the group, right? As far as like
Yes.
trying to be polite and aware of other people's feelings and so forth.
Yes, I also feel like his character wasn't flushed out yet. Like ours, we're so specific archetypes, immediately recognizable, and he was just the guy who it was more of a tool to have her to show who she was.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we're like, now we got this guy. We gotta put something around him.
Well, I'll ask him about this in the next episode, because I remember him saying to me before he took the pilot, when we were talking about it, he said, my biggest concern is that I don't know if I know where this character is going. I just want to make sure he's still going to be here at the end of the season.
Right.
He felt like the character had an undefined future.
He was right.
Yeah.
But I don't think they did. But then they eventually write it in. But yeah. Then all of a sudden we introduce he has another girl. We can't let them hook up. So how do we do that?
Right.
We give him a girlfriend.
We give him a girlfriend, another good actor, Claire Coffey.
Claire Coffey, beautiful. Young lady.
Yep. He comes in the bar, causes the jealousy.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm telling you, you got to start going back out to bars with your friends. You're missing all these types of real life adventures.
But what's funny is we're in the bars trying to meet women, and Calais, Stephanie, is on Match.com the whole episode.
The whole episode. She's got a pair of doctors that she thinks
In Milwaukee.
are in Milwaukee.
That's really funny. Really funny. I go to the Waco Brothers show. Apparently, I'm trying to date a girl named Kate, which is insane because then I married a
Exactly.
named Kate.
Yes.
But here's the hook between us. And I will say, it's hard to watch myself act, but I do think the little witty banter between you and I immediately pops because I give you grief. I thought this is a funny premise, was that you are marking your territory by taking girls out for a cup of coffee,
Right,
which I know we all knew guys like that.
Exactly.
Which, by the way, since Betsy and you were really good friends before the show, I'm guessing you had done this.
So, no. I want to clear. Let's.
I feel like this is so you.
So there are some things that were obviously based on me in the show, but they took everything to a hyperbolic level because it's TV, it's satire. Look at that. Look at the look on his face. He never believes me when I say that.
I swear. Victor, let me ask you, doesn't Mike seem like the guy who takes a girl to a cup of coffee and then claims that's my girl?
No, I will go to coffee, but I don't mark territory. I do safe. The whole speech. Can I tell you something? The whole speech that she makes about the safe date. It's a safe to go to a coffee thing. That was Betsy's psychiatry moment on me. That was her psychology moment on me. And she's arguably accurate back then. That yes, it's a safe thing to go on a coffee date. Not a lot of responsibility. You got the whole rest of the night if it doesn't work out.
That's right. And here's the thing: if all of a sudden she goes, "Oh, I thought we were just friends," you go, "Oh no, I thought that too."
I thought that too because that's what
otherwise I would have taken you out for drinks.
Not rejected.
So it is. She's right. It's a shield.
It's a shield.
A self-defense.
It's not a territory marking.
Yeah.
That was more for the comedy of the show.
But that's why people drink alcohol, is because then it allows them to
not be a chicken shit and ask a girl out.
Yes, exactly. And then also, even though you only had like 2 or 3 beers, I didn't ask you out, did I?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't remember. Did anything happen last night?
Oh, that was a bit like that was more like a because we're going out.
And my character is, I mean, he's such a dick.
Yeah, but
He's a dick. It's so funny. But like, you know,
but he's the big brother character.
the lovable, smart ass
Yes.
dick.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's
Unfortunately, my daughter is starting to act like this now, and I see it, and I go, but all of her friends like her. They go, oh no, Hannah's really funny. But also, Hannah is,
Hannah scares me.
Hannah scares everyone a little bit.
I've worked in some tough bars in my life, and Hannah scares me.
She terrifies everybody. And also, here's my other favorite thing is that, they were like, Reed is just not attractive enough. What if we put him in a suit and make him look better?
I don't know. You think that's going to make him more handsome?
I feel like every show's just going to be, God, man, I don't remember Reed being this gorgeous, but he really is.
He's the guy in the show. He could wear a Uriah Heep shirt, and it looks good on you. That's an old joke. I'm sorry.
And so he goes to a wedding with the girl he broke up with, and he goes to Nicole and Jason's wedding.
Nicole and Jason's wedding. So let's
This is
just
a
get
good-
this is
this
like
is a
this.
good
So
time.
I love it. We were watching it, and he's like, "I'm going to Nicole and Jason's wedding." That would be Nicole Sullivan,
Yep.
and her now husband Jason Packham.
Yep.
They've been married a long time, 2 lovely kids.
Yep.
Good friends. But yes, that is so funny. That goes back to clearing names. Like when you're in the writers' room, you're always trying, who can we? And it's just best to pick people you know.
Yep.
And so yeah, absolutely.
And Nicole Sullivan, you would know from Mad TV.
Mad TV,
Every show that's ever
King of
happened.
Queens, every show is every she's
Yeah, actually King of Queens.
so many voices on Family Guy and other things. And she plays my pregnant girlfriend eventually on this show.
She plays my girlfriend on Jay Kogan's show, Wendell and Vinny.
That's right.
That's right.
Nice.
I forgot that one.
Yeah. We got guest star girlfriends in common.
We do. Dude, I've almost been married to everyone from Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't have Jenny Garth.
No.
I didn't get Jenny Garth in the lottery. Gabriel Carteris, and then what's the other one?
No, she was very nice to you. I'm drawing a blank. I'm so sorry.
I know, me too, man. Everything's
we're gonna cut this section out and act like we didn't forget her name.
Oh, I forget. Trying to figure out, did you guys make out with the same person?
There's no makeouts. I'm not that kind of actor. Nobody wants to see me make out with anybody.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I was gonna say every kiss I have on My Boys, if you go back on the rewatch and look, genuine fear on my face. Especially when you're kissing it like Laurie Metcalf was somebody I had to kiss on the show. Wonderful actor, great actor. I didn't know her, very nervous to do any kind of kiss. Jean Villepigue, I had to kiss on the show.
Oh, yeah.
And she's a friend. And it's just like, oh man, come on, man. I don't want to kiss my friend.
No. We'll have to wait till we get to those episodes.
Sorry.
I blew out the Mimi Rogers one of the first episodes.
You did.
I was so nervous. Yeah. That's what's funny about doing this show is every story comes back, and then I have such a bad memory. I'm like, wait, did we tell this story?
But each time we get to the episode, we will tell it again.
Let's tell it again. By the way, watching this, we talked about the fact that it felt so easy to me because everything is just a witty banter with you in the script. But then I watched the episode and I remember like Jordana and Reed talking about their scenes. And I was like, well, what's the big deal? Just do the scene. Just say the lines. And then I watched the scene and I was like, he plays drunk.
Yeah.
She's
had a huge vulnerable moment.
Very vulnerable, huge emotion. I was like, man, they're acting.
Yeah.
I wasn't acting.
Yes, you were.
Which is what my friends would always say. Like, oh, you're just playing yourself. Like,
Look, we all do it differently.
Sure.
I did a bunch of research that nobody would understand why we do into this character, and then I throw it all away and I show up on set and hope to God something good comes out.
Well, we also have to do that later. Like in season 4, I end up with Rachel Harris, and there's a lot of emotional scenes.
Yeah.
But the fact that we had shot a pilot, we go back 6 months later, we still don't really know each other.
Yeah.
And then these guys, Kyle, Jordana, and Reed especially, are having emotional scenes where I'm like, oh, that's actually
Early on. First 7
on.
episodes.
Yeah, and to Jordana's credit, because she's playing Betsy, who's a buddy of ours,
Yeah.
owns the room
Yeah.
and takes over everything. I mean, she didn't know any of us, and arguably every guy in the show is pretty funny.
Yeah.
And she's trying to hold her own and hold this group together as the number one on the call sheet. And so I thought it was amazing.
The straight man, the straight person is always the unsung hero job. And sometimes that person can feel like, maybe they're not playing in the fun, but
Yeah.
sometimes I would tell Jordana, like, the reason we got that laugh is because you set us up.
She's the emotional
Yes.
through line for sure.
She's there. She's the conscience of the show.
I have a line with her that made me laugh so much. I was like, oh shit, that girl's like, to go to coffee and have drinks or something. I go, that girl, she's worth taking out to dinner. And Jordana's like, you mean like, would you even go to a picnic? Would you take her to a picnic? And I go, well, let's not go crazy. I don't know if I'd take her on a picnic. And you know me, I don't want to eat outside. I'd just like to eat in my bed watching TV. To take a girl on a picnic. I don't think I've ever done that.
We have an episode where we're on dates with girls on picnic.
I know it's coming.
Sorry.
It makes me laugh. But I remember we had this big conversation
With
about
a
it.
fantastic actor in there, by the way.
Who is it?
Hong Chow. You know Hong Chow.
I know, but even this conversation.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming
In the
back.
back of my head, I'm like playing along, like, oh, there's a picnic scene coming. I don't remember any picnic scene.
Yes, I did. Yeah. No, she went on to crush the genre.
That's hilarious. I also apparently took a yoga class with Claire.
Yes.
I was doing yoga
Yes.
at the time, and I'm wondering because I think we all did meet up and chat. Yeah. And I feel like the writers wrote stuff because as I'm watching it, I go, that's so weird. I had done yoga, and I feel like they had written that specifically in there because I was the yoga guy.
They absolutely did.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So here's the thing.
And I say, namaste.
Let's circle back to my coffee moment for a second
Mhm.
from me. So this script, My Boys, was written and put in a drawer for
That's right.
almost 2
That's
years.
right. It was 5 years earlier. That's
Yeah.
right.
Because it was, the network liked it, but wasn't going to, they were going to hold it. And then it got out that another network liked it, and then they optioned it and just kept it in a drawer for 2 years. And so Jamie Tarsis pulled it out. So invariably, yes, what happened to all of you guys is what was happening to me in the original script, which is once she got to know us all,
Yeah.
everything sneaks in. Yeah.
Well, that's what's really funny. By season 4, it's basically we walk in and go, did you take the story I told you and put that in the show?
Yeah.
And she's like, that's exactly what I did.
I'm getting thrown out of a band on this TV show because I take the band too seriously, which is the opposite. I got thrown out of my band in real life because they said I didn't take it seriously.
I forgot that one. I forgot. We'll get to that one too. So much stuff to get to. It's so, and then the crazy voiceovers. Well, if you don't see the warning track, you're gonna run into the wall.
I know.
It was so heavy.
It's a little heavy.
Betsy must have been like, oh, I can't believe I set this up this way. It's like, be careful what you wish for because
Exactly.
you got to keep doing it.
Yep.
That's so crazy. Oh, and then we try to get you to go to the pool table to pick up the girl, and you're like, I can't.
I do the classic nope exit. Also, in the bar, you can really start to see the bar at the poker table. You can really start to see because we got a lot of questions about how much do we improvise, and as an improviser, I don't like when improvisers try to take credit for a written script. It was easy to improvise because they developed the script, the story for us. We could play within the lines, but you can start to see it with the little tags at the end of jokes, or even the scrumdiddlyilicious line.
I feel like Scrumdiddly-ish was an improv.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because I always say that.
We always pitched each other
I
jokes,
know,
which is
I
really
know.
interesting. Just so you know, we pitched each other jokes. We gave the jokes.
You'd also do 20 takes.
Yeah.
So by like take 9 or 10, you'd start to throw a couple things in, and sometimes they made it. Because there's a line at the very end. It's so Gaffigan. We're pulling out, and everyone's like, kick a buck, and the game's continuing. And then I'm sure they were like, just, have some banter. Just have some banter. And Jim goes, out of nowhere, he goes, I got a great movie pitch. It's you being eaten by a bear. And I go, I don't even remember that, but I was like, that's
the out on that scene.
the out of that scene. And I know for a fact he made that up.
And I know he enjoyed seeing.
I know he did. And also, not a great plot for a movie.
Well,
I mean, maybe the opening scene.
I was gonna say,
but where's the movie go? You can't just say dude gets eaten by
I
bear.
was gonna say that's the attack, but what's the struggle? Does he survive and have to get out of the woods? Does he have to move in with the bear and work out some sort of contract?
You know what just dawned on me?
What?
Grizzly Man had just come out. Do you
It was foreshadowing Revenant.
Revenant? But do you remember Grizzly Man?
I do remember Grizzly Man.
You don't remember Werner Herzog's movie?
Yeah,
Grizzly Man.
of course.
And then he's letting off with some bears.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then the guy's like, look at me, bear. I'm playing with you. Bears are my friend. You ever see it?
Oh God, I saw it.
Oh, it's the greatest movie of all time.
It's the old. I mean, when a documentary maker has the headphones on and goes, "I've decided not to show you this footage, or I'm gonna let you listen to it." It's like that's a problem,
I
man.
forgot that. But I'm sure Gaffigan had just seen it like the day before and was like, I'm going to make a line about it. I wonder, because as I was watching it, I was like, why is he saying that? It's so obscure. By the way, a total plug, but if you're not a Werner Herzog fan, go watch him on Instagram.
Oh gosh,
Have you seen him?
yes,
I could watch that guy read the phone book.
everything.
Abbott, James, 2175. Crazy.
He was born in a gulag, right? And he must have been. I mean, I don't understand.
That's from the Jack Reacher movie.
No,
And he chews his fingers off.
He's really that guy, though, right?
He might be that dude. He's so watchable. Bobby and PJ, fine example of women not just telling us what they mean. Underground. Oh, it's a terrible
And
analogy.
let's talk about that for a second, because this is the world of TV and how quickly it moves. In the previous episode, he can't understand or handle the fact that she's very attracted to him. So to make up for it in the next episode, he immediately starts dating somebody else.
Yes. But they give it a little go. He goes, oh, I went on a couple dates with her before. So my question is, maybe we should talk to Claire Coffey and go like, hey, did you know Bobby was trying to hook up with this other girl after we'd gone on a few dates
While
with
he was
you?
dating?
Yeah. They try to make it seem like he's a nice guy, but you're like, dude, you shouldn't have hooked up with her in the first place because you never said you broke up with Claire. And by the way, he says she lives in my building. Rule 1, Mike, what's rule 1?
No, you do not date people who live in your building.
Once I dated one girl who lived in my building, and the problem is there's no buzzing in. They're knocking on your door. It's a bad.
We all...
Everyone's done it once. Dated a girl in my building, and he's like, I go, where in your brain is that a good idea?
There's just no... I mean, even if it's amicable, there's nothing good about it.
No.
Where are you going? Just to get coffee?
Yeah.
You want to go? Well, I guess that's my thing, so I guess I got to say yes.
You got to live in a drip. It's like, and even listen, I would argue as a married couple, separate homes, very...
Every married person I know tells me that they don't know how to broach the subject with their partner and say that I love you, I want to be with you forever, but we should have our own bedrooms.
Oh, that's not even a question.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So I'm doing well.
I'm way past that.
Because I'm 55 and I have my own bedroom.
Yeah, that's my whole bit. I have a whole bit about it where I go, my kids have their own rooms. They haven't done anything.
Your kids sent you to
They
your
never
room.
contributed money to this household, and she has a princess castle she lives in by herself.
Bunch of future influencers.
Terrible. They give him a girlfriend. They couldn't sleep together. Coffee intervention. Oh, the Silence of the Lambs are on.
Yes.
I think that's what also is really fun about the show is that it is of that era. It's so funny because I just got the Grizzly Man reference, but there is a great run of like, hey man, I forget, how does it go?
Yeah, well, it's not like I'm putting in the back, gonna get in the back of my van. Help me put a chair in the back of my van or whatever. It's
I'm
basically
not saying put her in a van and chloroform her. That's right. And have no handles. And then Jordana has one of her best jokes in the whole show ever. She goes, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't keep her in a well.
But by the way, this is interesting because context is something we lose nowadays. In that scene, you go from that moment to her going, I wouldn't keep her well, but then she turns and says, look, I do think women want a man who is emotionally open.
Yeah.
Like, in other words, it's a weird moment, creepy moment that works into a nice moment.
Yeah. Which is life in general, I would argue. And then she goes, Reed's playing drunk.
Yes.
Which is hard.
Tip a cap. Hate
so
playing drunk.
hard.
Hate doing it.
So the last
Tip a
scene
cap,
of the
Reed.
show, he comes in. I mean, not to belabor the point, but gosh, he's good looking. He's a really good looking. I mean, he's so delicious.
Every time he came on set, I would yell, the set just got handsome.
I didn't see it then. I was probably lost in my own.
I did because when
Abyss.
I did because when I stand next to a guy that is that good looking,
Mhm.
I get a little better looking.
A little.
A little.
Of course.
So I loved having him on set.
Yeah, I mean, it's great.
Best I've ever looked.
Is it? But they put him in a suit. He's great. He comes in, he's got the slur. It's so hard to play drunk, and she's super emotional. And then they do the dishes together.
Yes.
Which, by the way,
It's a nice
they're
moment.
friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not.
No. It's a little coupling. I know what you're saying. It's foreshadowing, maybe.
Maybe because the whole time you're like, well, he's Reed. Why aren't you just jumping him and ripping his clothes off?
I'm thinking he's Reed. Don't these dishes just dry on their own for him?
I'm pretty sure Reed.
He's really good.
When you look like Reed,
Right.
you're not doing housework. No,
Or
you're
it's just
not.
work when you're doing it.
No, people will like. I'm sure girls just knock on his door and go, "Hey, do you have any stuff around the house you need me to do?"
Yeah. Did you want me to mop the floor?
Yeah.
Because I have time.
So good. And then so they get to it and they get into it and say, "Hey, you're not the one."
Yeah. Yeah.
And but he convinces her she's a force.
Yep.
I'm sure as Betsy was writing that, she goes, "I am a force. I am a force."
Betsy Thomas.
Nature. Which, to be fair,
Punish these kids.
she is.
She really is.
She really is. Nobody owns a room.
She really, in the show, PJ is our manager. We might have said it in the last part, but in real life, Betsy was the manager of our
That's
30
true.
baseball team.
That's right.
That's the truth. Yeah.
When you like messed up in the softball field or baseball, did she just light you up?
Softball, she gave me a little more crap because it was sort of a entertainment league kind of fun. No, baseball, I really thought she was going to light me up. I have to say I played really well. She was very encouraging.
And she's a really good athlete.
She is.
I mean, she's an amazing golfer.
Yeah.
We've played golf with her many, many times.
Oh,
But yeah.
Oh, opposite
that's-
field. That's how she was in softball. Opposite field.
Just
Dave
straight.
Still
Yeah.
has. Yep.
Yeah. Little Lou Brock.
Yeah.
Rod Carew.
I prefer Carew.
Slaps it.
Slaps it.
Tony Gwynn. Yeah. Right there. That's really great. Well, that's the entire episode, and I can't believe that's episode 2,
Yeah.
Mike.
That's episode 2.
We still haven't answered the question who Ducky Gills is.
Oh, Ducky Gills.
It's not a real person.
So
So here's what else, really quick,
go ahead.
is that this establishes who you are, which is, by the way, who you are. I know a guy. Right, Victor? Mike is, I know a guy. I can't even believe they read other people for the part.
They even brought up the word jail, too.
Yeah.
Which is
You know what?
a lot of
Knocked 3 times.
That one, honestly, when they said, "What are your friends going to name?" and Jordana said jail, I forgot about that line. And yeah, that's a very Betsy Mike conversation that we've probably had over the years. Yeah, Ducky Gills that was not a real one that I knew. But other characters, other names we did use that are real. I'm trying to think. I did have a tailor back then, but it was not.
You did, because you were dressed impeccably. We'd go out, I'd be wearing a torn up flannel shirt, and I'd be like, "Mike, are you in a suit?" And you would be in a suit doing improv.
Yeah.
That was kind of your hook.
Yes, look, I grew up watching
You're Vegas.
yes, and also look, when you go to a show, if I go to a comedy show in particular and the performer walks on in Tivas and shorts, well, thank you for coming out of your backyard to do comedy for me.
Sure, I can't.
hate
When I
that.
see comics in shorts, it drives me
It
crazy.
drives me crazy.
Or a baseball cap.
Thank you. No.
What are you doing? The lights are designed to hit your eyes.
That's it. I'm bald, and I'm bald like a man. I just show it off.
Yeah. Even the backwards hat. Every Boston comic had a backwards hat.
John Crowley tells a story about on my 40th birthday party. I forget this. I had a backwards hat on, and I walked in, and I went, "Guys, I'm in my 40s now," and I turned it around.
That's a funny joke. But it is so you in this part. I forgot that you were the guy who gets him the suit.
Yeah.
And it works out, and you have this whole thing. Don't knock 3 times. Don't knock a 4th. Okay, that's the end of episode number 2, I believe. This has been a blast. We will be back with episode 3. Oh, that's right. We need to do. So this episode was a little emotional for us.
Yeah.
Because our good friend Pat Finn passed away maybe a week or 2 ago.
Yeah.
And we will be saying goodbye to him this week. So on this podcast, we would love to do a little toast. Mike, you're as the guy who got up at my wedding and did the funniest toast I've ever heard. Why don't you say some words?
This is a terrible setup for this toast. Can't be funny.
Of course it is. By the way, so there's a text chain between all of Pat's friends telling everyone when the funeral is. And the first one is like, "Hey, Pat passed away. It's all this." And then the next 1,800 texts are just a running improv gag session.
Everybody claiming I get the lawnmower, I get the spray.
yeah.
All the Pat's bits from the stage, they're all claiming them, everything. I get the hot dog in the face because that happened on the commercial with me. So I get that bit. Now, Pat was just one of those guys. If you were in a room with Pat, there was never anything negative, always positive, not fake positive. And he's just easy to work with and easy to be around. I love the guy. I love his family. Here's to Pat Finn.
Pat Finn. All right, guys, we'll see you. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. Be sure to share this with anyone else you think might. We'll have this up everywhere. It'll be on YouTube, and go if you want to go watch it instead of just hear it. So we appreciate you checking it out, and we'll see you here for episode 3. Pat Finn.
Pat Finn.
You thinking about, and she dragged me to her office that day. Bang.
Blue, Johnny Walker Blue.
Had a shot. Oh, I love that. Immediately came out. I was like, okay, here we go.